Okay, so in this video I'm not discussing sport, I'm discussing things that I have learned as a content creator on YouTube. And it's a very interesting story that I've had, and a lot of other YouTubers may find it the same, some may not. So, things that I have learnt along the way. One, have an idea. When I started my channel way back in 2017, I didn't have an idea. I didn't have an identity. I was just a grumpy guy in his mid-20s who was just doing a video diary, a vlog, and I didn't really have an idea what I was going to discuss. I was just being grumpy. And then one of my videos dedicated to sport, because we're a sports channel, gained some views. And then when my first video related to sport hit 100 views, I then had the idea. So it took me a little while to figure out the idea I wanted. And I haven't looked back. It has been a bit of a grind, so be patient. The second thing that I've found, which links into have an idea, also be yourself. If you're passionate about, in my case, sport and history, because I have a second channel, you're going to find that it's going to be easier to come up with other ideas for videos and create content and build an audience. So be yourself, be relaxed. But if you are being yourself, if you are a bit of a potty mouth and you like swearing, watch your language, because YouTube will make your life a little bit difficult in, the algorithm and advertising revenue. So if you are monetized, you may find it you lose ad revenue, and certain advertisers may not like what you're saying. So if you like effing and blinding and dropping F-bombs and C-bombs and all that, you may find advertisers will be a bit more wary in advertising on your channel, so you may get less income. That may also be a draw card. People may go, you're controversial, and watch in larger numbers. But generally speaking, watch your language. If you watch some of my earlier content, I swear quite a lot. If you watch my channel evolve, you'll notice my swearing drops off. And in normal content, not including live streams, I don't swear at all. The occasional little minor swear word gets in there, minor curse word, but for the most part I've basically stopped swearing. However, live streams, when I get really, really passionate about a certain sports topic, for example, I may drop an F-bomb in there, but I try and keep my swearing to a minimum. Although some controversy can create views, it just depends on what you're all about. 4, be adaptable. So the fourth point here, be adaptable, because YouTube's policies can and will change, as we have found out over the years. Now, this channel has been monetized in the past. They changed the monetization requirements, and they have done so multiple times. YouTube changed its policies just before I started creating content, and then whilst I was creating content, obviously between 2017 and now, they've changed their monetization policies yet again, which has now cost this channel, through no fault of its own, ad revenue. So I didn't meet the requirements, and it's taken me a fair while to reach 1,000 subscribers. Obviously the view hours have got to be bumped up, and they have brought in new ways to earn revenue in the time they have constantly changed their advertising policies and the partner program. So the shorts feed, for example, is now a way to earn money. Before it wasn't. They've also brought in like the Teespring shelf, so your shop shelf, for example, super chats, various other forms to earn revenue. We've seen certain advertisers at various points in the platform's history pull away from the platform at times, following some controversies which have led to policy changes on the fly. Sometimes YouTube can be proactive, and sometimes they can be reactive. As a content creator, you've got to be careful not to create too much controversy. So watch that language, and then that leads into be adaptable. So be aware of any pending policy changes, and also if you sign up for the partnership program, you can be involved in surveys and experimentation with certain changes that YouTube are bringing in, like YouTube Premium, which used to be YouTube Red. That was an experimental feature, has now become a permanent feature. So be adaptable. Number 5, use moderators. So if you have that live stream enabled, or you like using live streams to engage with your followers and do live question and answer sessions or live watch alongs or whatever you decide to do, have moderators. They can make your life a hell of a lot easier. And I mean that because many of my live streams, if you look at my live streams, trolls have come along and completely ruined them. They might create a lot of clicks and a lot of interest, but they actually ruin the flow of it. I'd rather have a lesser audience on a live stream and a more engaged audience, where they ask me questions in the chat, I respond with my answer or my point of view, and we all get along. You're not going to have every viewer is not going to agree with your opinion, especially if you're discussing certain topics that are current affairs or sport. You are going to have disagreement on a certain topic, but moderators can help keep the idiots away who are deliberately trolling and deliberately putting racist or homophobic or sexist language in there, offensive language in there is designed to aggravate you and aggravate the rest of the audience and generally cause harm. So moderators are great, and they're normally your most trusted subscribers who you've noticed in your comment section. Always choose your moderators. If someone asks to be a moderator, that's generally leading to disaster. That has never happened on my channel. I refuse. If someone goes, "Can I be a moderator?" instantly they're put at the bottom of the list. I take note of those who regularly appear in the comments section and regularly appear in live streams. They're your hardcore subscribers. They're the ones who really support the channel. So use moderators. And that leads into my next point, engage with your audience. So live streams and occasionally subscriber meetups are a fantastic way to engage with your audience. Now, I've not been able to do subscriber meetups, although some of my hardcore subscribers are also friends, so I do regularly get feedback from subscribers. Some of my former and current work colleagues are subscribers, and some of my friends are also subscribers, and they give me feedback, so I engage with them quite regularly. But also live streams are a great way of doing it, and if you can organise meetups, they are also a fantastic way to engage with your audience, because you get to meet them in the flesh and they get to meet you in the flesh, and they can ask you questions about why you did this and that and your point of view on your topics. 7, be patient. So in this channel's history, it's taken me 6 years to hit, or nearly 6 years to hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone. It has been frustrating. There have been some pitfalls along the way. Yes, I do have a full-time job as my main income, so I'm not reliant on this, obviously, to earn me money. Be patient. It may not happen overnight. Some YouTubers, after a couple of videos, they hit monetization and they're away with the fairies. You know, they're laughing to the bank. It doesn't happen for everyone. Do not expect this to become a career. Keep your expectations low and you'll surprise yourself. If you set expectations that are, really basically out of reach, unattainable, you're going to be disappointed. So be patient. Be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. Honestly. My journey has been one of the most frustrating journeys I think a YouTuber could possibly have to reach just 1,000 subscribers. But I don't make content every day, which honestly does help with the algorithm, but in some channels' cases, because of the content they create or the topics they're discussing, you don't need to create content every day, because that 1 or 2 videos a week could explode and create traction and create views and likes. Some of my content from 4 or 5 years ago is still getting views and likes and comments posted. So but be patient. Do not expect miracles to happen overnight. It can be, and in most cases is, a very long grind. I've been doing this for 6 years. Trust me, I know it can be frustrating. So the patience is key, and you'll get there. You will get there. Use notes, which is what I'm doing. Notepad. I've gone through so many notepads. They are invaluable because you will make mistakes. You will have outtakes. It doesn't happen all in one take, which is what I try and do. You'll notice some people cut and edit. I do it all in one take. So sometimes a video like this, which may be less than 10 minutes long, I could take an hour, 2 hours just to get the take right. That's where the patient bit comes in as well. Notes really help, and you can just refer to them if you're a little bit unsure. Just refer to them. Just have little prompts there, maybe note cards, maybe have a whiteboard in your eye line but not in the audience's eye line. Sometimes have it in the background. Some channels have it in the background. I used to do that, but I found constantly turning my head was distracting me and was sort of putting the audience off, because the audience are also looking at the whiteboard, and I normally used it for my reference, and it didn't really suit me, but it does suit other channels where they have that whiteboard or they have the prop. So using props as well, notes, they can be fantastic. And lastly, keep things simple. I've noticed those channels that put a lot of effort in, a lot of whizzes and bangs and graphics and all this, I actually find their videos more frustrating, more distracting and less entertaining. Those YouTubers that keep things simple, I find more engaging. But that's more of a personal one. But keeping things simple, less things can go wrong. You can have it means you can actually possibly create more content in a day. You could do 5 or 6 videos, get them lined up, and then get them uploaded over 5 or 6 days. Whereas a more lengthy video, you could have massive gaps in between content uploads because you've got to spend so much time video editing, preparing things, too many props, too many things going on, things can go wrong. So keeping things simple, on a personal point of view, I find more appealing, but everyone else is different. You might like more complex and fun things. more props and things like that. For me, it's just a bloke talking about sport. So there you go. Things I've learned as a content creator on YouTube. That's my little guide, but everyone else is different. It is purely subjective. You may have come up with some further ideas in the comment section below that could be helpful to me and other YouTubers and yourself. If you are a budding YouTube creator, just bear some of the things in mind. It can be frustrating, and it could be a breeze. Everyone is different, but from me, thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.